Is Destiny 3 happening? Okay, real talk for a moment. Obviously, it's happening. Either someone buys Bungie and makes it, or Bungie make it themselves. It doesn't matter. It's 100% happening either way. In the modern day, there is no such thing as a game that has an audience and magically it just stops out of nowhere. No, if money is to be made, then money will be made until the last penny has been milked.
Rumor, Bungie is working on Destiny 3 codename Payback. It appears that Bungie is currently developing a new Destiny game codenamed Payback. A recent Reddit comment has started speculation among Destiny fans, hinting at the potential development of Destiny 3 under the codename Payback. Although rumors can be dubious, this particular one holds weight as part of what was revealed is now officially confirmed in today's The Final Shape gameplay preview livestream. On February 28, 2024, a Reddit user named 32638272187 posted a comment on the Destiny 2 leaked subreddit about a new system coming with the Final Shape expansion called Prism that will allow players to mix and match abilities from different subclasses. Fast forward to this week, Bungie has officially confirmed that a new subclass called Prismatic will be introduced in the Final Shape expansion. So the guy not only nailed the leak, but nailed the name structure. Okay, all right, I don't know.
That
Anyone
seems
here
legit.
know if Prism has been leaked yet? Since there's been no answer yet, I guess I'll leak it. Bungie is working on a system called Prism that will allow players to mix and match abilities from different subclasses. The Reddit reply reads, "This is one of the things being worked on during the delay. Imagine throwing a lightning grenade while on solar, or proccing Devour and rampaging with Stormcaller." Dude, is this like Luke Smith alt Reddit account or something? Now, is Bungie working on Destiny 3? Destiny 3 codename Payback is reportedly in development at Bungie as...
Okay, a little bit more real talk here. Destiny 3 is happening, but I honestly hope it's not being done by Bungie. You know what I did yesterday by accident? Well, not by accident, but I wanted to watch it. I watched a video by, I think it's Mythic Destiny 2, and it was the new player experience. And my god, if Bungie is not literally, I think by miles, the most incompetent, brain-damaged, lukewarm, 50 IQ, complete moron, complete without exception, moron AAA developer. There's no question. Like, how is it possible to make a game that's like Destiny 2 and it's magically successful because the gunplay is good and a lot of other things, and yet the new player experience literally begs you to not play this game? My god, is the new player experience just absolutely atrocious for Destiny 2. It's a miracle that it even gets new players. And that's just a testament that the game is really good. And I have been saying this for a long time. Destiny is the only game of its kind, okay? People sometimes compare it to Warframe, but I would say that roughly, if you play Destiny and you kind of don't like it and it's not scratching that itch, you know, then maybe 20% of people will go to Warframe and be happy with it. Because there is no other game that is the equivalent of Destiny at the end of the day. That's just the truth. And that's what gives it so much power. But the fact that Destiny as a product in general is literally designed to try and forcefully make new players abandon the game as fast as possible isn't pure insanity. And I know, if you're a long-time Destiny player, you probably obviously don't agree with this, but man, oh man, is the Destiny 2 new player experience absolute atrocious horror. The stories don't make sense, the missions don't make sense, it doesn't teach you anything. How to swap weapons? Who knows? What's a heavy special attack? Who knows? Where did the quest marker go? Oh, I don't fucking know. How do you do? It's the worst experience ever. There are people who have 100 hours in Destiny, and they by accident somehow magically learn about things that they should have been doing for 80 hours, like weapon upgrading and things like that. Why? Because the game doesn't tell you about anything. The early game for new players is just horrible. The first thing you see when you play Destiny is, hey, here's a $600 bundle that you need to buy to play this game, loser. Are you kidding me? Oh, this thing. Oh, you just finished the tutorial? Well, congratulations. Remember all these characters you just got introduced to? They're all fucking dead. The vendors, they're all dead. This character right here, go to this character to learn about some kind of magical missions. You go to the character, you talk to them. They don't explain anything. They don't even give you quests. It's just like, okay, I guess I learned about them. It's the worst experience ever. Destiny could be so much more of a successful game if they just actually made the new player experience not a living goddamn hell. Okay? Everything about the Destiny 2 new player experience is literally screaming at you at the top of its lungs, stop playing me, I am garbage. I do not explain a single system that you're supposed to. I don't explain what's important, and I leave you in the dust constantly. Oh, and there's been a main mission that's bugged for 4 years now that can soft lock you. My god, is Bungie the most inept studio in the history of all of gaming.
Revealed by the Reddit user in the same comment. The leak suggests that Destiny 3 could mark a seismic shift in the franchise's mechanics, moving away from the class-based system to allowing players to spec into any ability. Below is the full comment regarding the rumored Destiny 3. Destiny 3 was, in development under codename Payback. The comment reads, one of the big changes for Destiny 3 classes to no longer exist and allow any character to spec into any ability, since lore-wise, there is no reason you couldn't. Hunters explicitly learned to blink from warlocks, and blink isn't tied to a single element, hence the logic there. That's true. Although the idea of such a drastic change in the franchise is intriguing and may excite many Destiny fans, it is crucial to approach these.
I mean, the lore reason why you have classes is because classes are fun and class identity is fun to a degree. But if you're gonna make if you're making Destiny 3, one of the easiest things to obviously do is get rid of classes and have it that you can spec into something, or maybe do a Last Epoch type of thing where you kind of pick your main class, but you can still get a little bit of that good stuff from other classes. There's so many options for this.
These rumors with a healthy dose of skepticism and a grain of salt. The Reddit user claims they received this information from former Bungie employees. No, this isn't a speculation. I've actually talked to a couple of former Bungie employees who told me about these. The reason I'm saying maybe is because they are former employees and therefore don't have the most up-to-date information anymore. User replied to comment under the same thread. Destiny 2 executive creative director Luke Smith has teased the future of Destiny 2 and the franchise in the Final Shapes preview livestream, saying that Bungie will reveal more details on what's to come in the world of Destiny 2 after players face the witness in the upcoming expansion. Destiny 2 The Final Shape is set to launch on June the 4th, 2024 on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I don't know, man. Let me.
Dude, can anyone even imagine how lame the Witness fight will actually be? Because again, you need to think about how the Witness looks. It's not intimidating. It's not any of these things. It's not even big. It's probably gonna be a very lackluster fight where the Witness is probably like on a pillar or something, and then you have to shoot it or some stuff. It's probably not gonna be the most exhilarating or exciting thing.
Let me just say this, as far as at least the people I've talked to, this is in game development, but this is also directly in Bungie. Timelines can change very quickly. For instance, before 2020, the thought of making a Destiny 3 was completely off the table. It was almost as just stated as an impossibility. And then suddenly, going into Beyond Light, Destiny 3 was being talked about. It was being talked about. So what I'm saying is things shift. Just like 1 Second Matter was a game being, rumored to be in development, and then next thing you know it was canned. And it was actually canned back in 2021, something like that. So what we're getting right now is what I would consider to be Destiny 3-like content. I mean, Prism, that's Destiny 3. The only other thing I can think of that would justify a sequel is if Bungie took that next big jump and, I don't know, maybe just gave us a huge overhaul to the game itself. Maybe like a graphic overhaul. Start everybody over from...
It's probably going to happen.
Scratch essentially, and then remove the limitations like they said there, where if you're on a Titan, you can blink, maybe take an open world approach. Do keep in mind that if there is going to be an overhaul of such a thing, and if it is going to be of great magnitude, they're probably going to have to cut last gen consoles. This is probably going to be only for current gen and future gens. Like it's probably going to cut PlayStation 4 and the old Xbox. What if
With Sony getting again, Sony's getting control of Bungie. You can forget about it. The final shape, I haven't checked on what's happening now, but again, the last time we checked on the state of the final shape and what in the information that we knew, there's no way that sucker's selling good. Okay, now I honestly don't know what's the word around town, but I would be surprised if people are suddenly, yay, final shape, it's happening. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how much people are gonna like pre-order or do any of that.
If they just find a way to transfer D2 to D3, that's also a possibility. You know, these are things that you could.
No, they're never transferring D2 to D3. One, it would take too much time. Two, it would take too much resources. Three, then people have skins, and skins are very important for people who play a game a lot. Everyone who plays a game a lot knows this. Skins are something that, you know, revitalizes your experience to a degree. Play Path of Exile, getting bored of your whatever build, well, buy an MTX for the skill. Suddenly it's like a new game. And I'm not kidding, that's how skins work. You know, it helps a lot. It does help a lot. So, that's not gonna happen, because if Destiny 3 is happening, they want you to buy Destiny 3 skins, not keep your old skins, okay?
Do with D2's current, you know, I would, again, I'm not speaking from a mechanical or engineering sense. I'm speaking from based on like certain games that have done overhauls and just continued that isn't game. For instance, isn't Final Fantasy 14 getting like a huge graphic overhaul, right?
Yeah, but that's a bit different.
Unless there's some like major mechanical changes. But let's just be real. Prism is a major mechanic change.
It is.
It is a major mechanic change in itself, and they're still able to stay. So that's what I'm saying. Going from Destiny 2 to Destiny 3, outside of starting fresh, which I'm not necessarily completely against, but completely starting fresh. My question is you know, why the jump there in sequels? I will say that there are two different camps. Well, I want to say two different camps. In conversations with folks when it comes to Destiny and Bungie, a question that was asked a long time ago and that was posed to us: what are aspects of Destiny 3 that you would like to see in Destiny 2? And you know, there was some talk and dialogue around that.
That's a strange question, honestly, but okay.
This is way back, but the talk of customizable subclasses was brought up. And so a lot of those things in conversation was eventually implemented in the Destiny 2. Prism was one of those that, I'm gonna be honest, I just dreamed of. I never thought that would become a reality. We just dreamed about it, and here we are. Lore-wise, it wouldn't make sense for us to start fresh unless our Guardian isn't the same. The only way we would start fresh is if there's some sort of weird time shift, skip bullshit with the
Wait. Why not? I mean, starting fresh is such an easy thing to technically do in Destiny's lore, right? Maybe you were on ice or whatever. I don't know. It's starting fresh lore-wise, I don't think is the hardest thing to implement, okay?
Vex, and suddenly we're a completely new Guardian. I will say Destiny 3 will lure in new players for sure. But if they are going to go with the D3, I think they should go, full sin MMORPG this thing. I'm talking open world. Instead of just like, hey, I'm running around, I'm going to...
Oh yeah, one of the things about the new player experience for Destiny is also like this. You go do a quest where you need to kill a specific enemy, and you get told, these are the enemy, they have been our enemy for forever. You do this quest, then you go to the city, and it's like, hey, why is half the people here like, our eternal enemy that I just now killed? Oh, they're our friends. Huh. Why? Oh, don't worry about it. That's already sunset. It is what it is. Man, is Destiny a shit show experience for new players. It's confusing on all levels.
I'm gonna load into this dungeon, which is all right. I'm not exactly against loading into the dungeon, but wouldn't it be cool to be running around the map and then you discover the dungeon?
But loading in the dungeon is not a problem. Loading screens in general are not a problem. If you have literally 4 to 5 loading screens in a row in the time span of 10 to 20 seconds of each other, like Starfield, then it's a problem. But if you go into a dungeon, it's a loading screen, and the dungeon takes you 20 minutes to clear, and then you just need to do one loading screen to get out, that's completely fine.
got a team of people that are like, hey, you want to come hit this thing with me? Let's do it. And you go into the dungeon with them. Look. Everyone that's in there saying copium, I just want you to know, you came into today's stream today saying there's no way we would get an enemy faction, new enemy faction, and there's no way we could get a new subclass. You want to come at me now? Huh? You want to come at me?
I think some people said we'll get a new subclass.
Wait, why not? I mean, that's the... If Bungie's struggling, new faction of enemies is an easy way to sell your game. A new subclass is an easy way to sell your game. All of these things are honestly very likely to happen. Because if you're struggling, you know, financially as a company, you need to do something big. And for something like this thing, yeah, creating a new event is big. Creating new lore things that are unveiling suddenly is big. All of these things work.
We just didn't think it'd be what it is now, because this is crazier than a new subclass.
There were some people, but there were a ton of people in here that did not think we were going to get a new subclass, myself included.
I personally thought that only 3 supers and 3 aspects was not enough. I was like, this is all we're getting for new subclass-based stuff.
Les, I think that's exactly what Bungie was going to ship until everybody was like, hell no, I'm not buying it. Pre-orders went.
People watching this video and being like, what's a subclass? I've been playing for 200 hours. What the hell is a subclass? I mean, that can actually happen. That's kind of a joke, but at the same time, it's kind of not a joke, because that's how bad this Destiny is at explaining things.
Went to hell, and that's when Bungie was like, okay, we got to crank this up. And the people that won a lot of eggplants from today's stream includes my believers and Bungie employees. You guys made a lot of eggplants. You had insider knowledge, so I'm just pointing it out, but I completely understand, because if I had your knowledge, I would have went all in too. We were very upset, and
but this was made in 3 months, though. I mean, I just don't buy that.
You know what I think, Les?
Yeah,
I don't
buy that.
I think it was made for what's to come in the next cycle of content, and Bungie is moving everything up to now. All I know is they've cooked.
I don't know about that. You can make a great game in 3 months, honestly. It's just the idea needs to be solid and the implementation needs to be decent. And there you go. You can make the good stuff extremely fast. It has been done before. That's not the craziest thing I have seen or heard in my life, you know?
That's all I know. All I know is right now they have cooked. For whatever reason, they made the content, and here we are. I'm excited to see what they present to us, and we're going to get...
Well, you're hoping for some blue sky, but they're probably not cooking that.
Even more information tomorrow, and we're going to get Pantheon news on Thursday. So all around, great stuff.
GG! Odds the cross, boys. Anyway, this was Quizzer Sits In. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And man, this Bungie is the worst game development studio, or whatever the fuck they're supposed to be, that has ever existed. They should hire Todd Ferguson, okay? He would fit at Bungie right at home. Inept loser. Anyway, bye-bye.